Cadiz 4, Manchester United 2, fast match friendly between Manchester United and Cadiz. The rest of the games are going to be played next, I think, at the weekend, and the other, I think it's going to be played in the other week when they return at Carrington. It's going to be a game that is going to be in closed doors. Welcome to United Matters channel. I'm here to bring you the match reaction of Cadiz 4, United 2 loss of United, as Eric Ten Hag tries to go ahead and prepare his team for the upcoming games, especially that game that is going to be played on the 21st of December. That is the Carabao Cup. I think it's the fourth round where United is going to be hosting Burnley at Old Trafford. So very many players are out, the likes of Malacia, Luke Shaw, Diego Delo, Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, there is Casemiro, Rashford, Freddie, Anthony. Those are close to 10 players out of the United squad. Almost the starting 11 of United is out at the World Cup. Ericsson is back, but he's still enjoying his holiday and rest to see to it that he really rests and regains back to full conditioning, then returns at Old Trafford to train with the club. So he's the only player and Pelestri that we presume might be available for that game until when we see who's going to be knocked out tomorrow or Thursday, when United is playing a team when Argentina is going to be playing Croatia. Brazil is going to be playing Croatia, and Argentina is going to be playing Netherlands. You get? So if Netherlands knocked out, Malacia returns. If Argentina is out, Lisandro Martinez comes in. So it looks like United might be having 4 or 5 players return, depending on the results that are really going to be coming through from the weekend World Cup games, and that is the quarterfinal. But today we've been beaten by Cadiz 4-0, and obviously Carlos Garcia Sanchez in the 8th minute. Then Anthony Lozano doubled in the 14th minute. Anton Martial put in a Penanka penalty in the 21st minute. Then Iqbal Mainoo equalized or leveled the game in the 48th minute. Ruben Sabino, 58th minute. Thomas Alcon went ahead to give them a 2-goal lead in the 77th minute after Ten Hag made what we call wholesome changes that saw United concede more 2 goals. But they started up on a very high note. Iqbal Mainoo going inside and really hitting that ball in the back of the net in the 48th minute, but they couldn't handle the pressure because these are really youngsters of United coming to the Academy of United, and obviously these are players that are established at the first team of Cadiz down in the Spanish La Liga. Now, the starting 11 of United had Dubravka in goal. Right back was Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Left back, it was Brandon Williams. Central defense, Tengi Mengi and Lindelof Victor. Double midfield pivot, Zidane Iqbal and Scott McTominay. Central attacking midfielder, it was Danny van der Beek. Right attacking midfielder, Garnacho exchanging with Elanga, who played a little bit on the left attacking side of midfield, with Anton Martial leading the line for Manchester United. It's good news to see that Martial is scoring, and obviously Mainoo coming in and scoring, because you need to see your centre forward on all very sharp, and what brings sharpness is about confidence. Scoring a penalty is one of the signs of confidence for Anton Martial in this game of football, because you want him to be fully fit. That's it. And being fully fit does not mean that you are only physically fit, but even your brain should be sharp. Martial, talent-wise and scoring goals, is not questionable. The only question is all about how long can he keep fit for United to drag us to where we want to be, because if at all he keeps fit this season, or the remaining games of the season, those are like 24 games in the Premier League, this lad can even go ahead and really score 20 goals plus. 100% sure he can go in and bang them in, because already has 4 goals this season, but I believe 16 more to hit 20, which is not bad for him. And I believe at Manchester United he's going to do it because the players surrounding him are really great at creating goals for them. Now, I think there are negatives and positives. Positives, Anton Martial scoring, Zidane Iqbal looking flamboyant and running the midfield area. The other one is Danny van Beek playing, Brandon Williams, Tengi Mengi, and obviously they've been playing. After them scoring those 2 goals in the first 13 minutes, United looked like they were unsettled, but when they settled in the game, they really looked a threat, and they had a lion's share of the possession in the first half because Cadiz resorted to doing what we call counter-attacking football, which is really bad for a team playing in Spain. But at the juncture, they are leading by 2-0, but United made it hard for them to cross their center line, and that's why you saw Zidane Iqbal fouled in the 18 box area, and United was given a penalty. Before the penalty, Anton Martial had a shot on target that forced the goalkeeper to fist it into the corner, and United brought in the corner, Danny Van Beek, but obviously never resulted into something great. But one thing I like about the team is how we play. It's like we don't care about losing, but it's all about us coming in through and getting that game of football to the levels of where the manager wants the players to be in. After the 45 minutes, Erik ten Hag changed the entire team, and the likes of Hagil, Aaron, Mainoo, Charlie Savage, Tom Heaton came in through, and the other players played only 45 minutes. And that means for the second game in the row, the second game that you're going to play against Real Betis, United is going to come and really do the needful. What needful? They are going to come up and play like 60 minutes. I believe after playing 45, Ten Hag told us that they can now play 60, 70, others 55, and then he brings in other players. So I believe in the next game we are going to play, these players are really going to go on and play some good minutes on the field of play. But substitutes came on through. They are playing very well. Being players coming from reserve, they really played very well. But let me talk about the 2 goals we conceded. I believe Aaron Wan-Bissaka played like he was showing the manager, I don't want to be here. And obviously the manager doesn't want him to be here, and it's all because of the board. I believe the way that he defended that far post, that cross on the far post on the first goal, was really ridiculous. How could a man that you are marking get a free header at the far post, and it was you and Anthony Elanga marking the player? That was ridiculous, and it needs to be called out. You can't be marking like that at that level, and this is why Diego Dello is so much better. He marks well onto that far post. And do you know how many goals we conceded last season because of that poor marking on the far post on Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka? They are not marking that far post, but Ten Hag coming in through has made them change. I think Ten Hag doesn't have a lot of time for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's just using him as an option. Reason being, he has no player to play into that side. But if at all they are where, he wouldn't have been played. That's it. Even the second goal coming in from the right-hand side, I've seen people blame Tengi Mengi and Lindelof. I don't blame them because central defense partnership is all about knowing one another very well. I don't presume that Lindelof and Tengi Mengi have ever played a competitive game like we played today. It was a friendly game, but it was really competitive together. Have they? I don't really recall them playing together, so they need to build that partnership. It's all about partnership. That's why you see to it that Lisandro Martinez, when he's playing with Rafael Varane, is a different game of football altogether. They understand themselves and they read themselves like a book. That is what that team is all about. And obviously, I will believe that United is going to do better in that game of Cadiz because Lindelof and Tengi Mengi would have known themselves better. And this is where the injury of Tuanzebe affects us. I believe if at all Tuanzebe had returned early enough, he would have been the one playing that central defense with Victor Lindelof. Players that have ever played together, especially when we are playing PSG. Remember how he controlled that central defense and pocketed Kylian Mbappe and Neymar in the same team while in Paris. So I believe good game played, according to me. It's good to be a fast game because we are lacking close to 10 or 11 players in our starting 11. So it shows you that our players are really down with effort. But Zidane Iqbal is a player to talk about in this game of football because he really did a very, very wonderful job. And obviously, this is how he was taken down. That is how he was taken down. After being taken down, Martial went in for Penanka and it went in the back of the net. Very good Penanka penalty taken. It shows you how skillful this guy is. Danny Van Beek coming in through, I think he had an average game according to me. We are going to go out and rate them, especially the 11 players that started in the first half. Those that played in the second half, I'm not going to go out and really talk a lot about them, but Danny Van Beek tried. Aaron Wan-Bissaka still a victim in his own area. I believe he's a drop-off from Delo. He's really a drop-off. Then Mainoo's goal, you see him, he cut inside and went in for short. Very good ball. If at all you know Mainoo, he's really a very good guy. I've always told you about that guy being one of those players that I really love. And he's referred to as the next Paul Ebile Pogba. And I believe he's really worth it because he has a Pogba structure-like body, but I believe for him is more aggressive and more tenacious because Pogba's intensity and work ethicness was really weak on the field. It was really low, but Mainoo is in the right hands of the manager, that is Eric Ten Hag, who is really doing a very wonderful job. The other player to talk about is Alejandro Garnacho, and I believe today one positive, I'll note about Alejandro Garnacho is he can play on the right side of the attacking midfield very well too. However much he is so much a threat while playing on the left attacking side of the midfield, but when you put him onto the left, onto the right, he also has some cameos he can get you in. And I believe that's another positive for United because sometimes you need Rashford on the pitch of play and Garnacho, meaning that Anthony might be benched sometimes to bring in a player who goes by the names of Alejandro Garnacho. So that is Garnacho for you, and obviously the boy of the day, that is Zidane Iqbal. Zidane Iqbal is really a very good player, and he has gone ahead to cause very many people to really call for his starting or being included to the first team, like a Garnacho. But the problem is, to beat the competition for him to go into the starting 11 is really hard because he has to go past Scott McTominay, goes past Freddie, and obviously Eriksson. One thing I really believe in Zidane Iqbal is a very good player, and Erik Ten Hag knows it, but the structure of the team doesn't favor the coming in of this guy. That's it. Because we are in a very terrible situation at United. We need to win every game, and you find a game to include him in, and you cannot find it. That's why the loss against Real Sociedad at Old Trafford did us bad. I believe if Atoy had been in Real Sociedad, we would have found some games to give this ball for like Zidane Iqbal. But Zidane Iqbal is really facing that, and that's why the board and the technical team are really negotiating either to loan him or to leave him at the club. But my confidence is he's the right manager who has gone ahead to prove to the world that can go ahead and really improve young players. So I believe Zidane Iqbal played very well. He ran that midfield. He never put a foot wrong. But players like Elanga are showing me that this is not the team they're supposed to be at. However much some people love Elanga, but Elanga put out close to 3 or 4 passes in the final third wrongly. That's it. So if you've been complaining, people have been complaining and giving a decision that no, Elanga is being played on the right side, he should be playing off the left. This time around you get a chance to be played off the left, meaning that you have to come in and really show that you're a threat. You get? Because when Alejandro Garnacho was playing on the right, you saw him getting that ball cutting inside and obviously playing the likes of Aaron Bissaka. But a man in the names of Elanga, he's really performed badly today. But obviously, I know Ten Hag is going to go out and correct or iron out the mistakes of these players of United as we prepare for the game on Saturday against Real Betis. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. What are your reactions for the loss? Cadiz 4, Manchester United 2. And obviously, this is Rock and David bringing you what the game of football was all about. Anthony Martial with the Penanka. I hope you loved it. And obviously, Kabi Mainoo in there for you. Game ending 4-2 in favor of Cadiz. First game down in Spain. United has been beaten. I'm coming back with the player ratings. You know that very well. I'm going to rate all the first 11 players that really came in through. But don't forget to go in the lower right bottom corner and hit the subscription button. Not hitting the subscription button. And hit the notification bell. Remember, you get notified every time we upload a video onto this channel. We're on the journey of hitting 10,000 subscribers. When I look at our list in the for you, the subscribers, we are left with 60 subscribers to hit 9,200, meaning that we'll be left with 800. So if at all we hit 800, if at all we're remaining with 800 subscribers, yet we are having 3 weeks to go, I believe we can make it by the end of this month, meaning that 2023 we are destined to enter it when we are having 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching in. I'm out for now. Rock and David is my name. Keep it United Matters channel. But don't forget to say a prayer before you sleep, because the Lord is Lord.